the other minority in this room. She's been one of the oldest participants in this open mic. I think she's been here right from the first open mic. No? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Bhatt, please.
So we've been talking about women's issues lately, and I could have been a feminist, but I just wasn't angry enough. And so I'm tired of being offended. I'd like to be the offender for a change, not always the offendee. So I thought it might be very easy. All I have to do is say some cuss words and galis and repeat them. And if I say it in a funny manner, who knows? I might even win an open mic. But unfortunately, I realized that all galis have women in them. So it's about mothers and sisters and body parts and animals. And so I thought I'd end up offending myself all over again. So, now the women's issues are being politicized. And has it occurred to anyone that in the history of divisive Indian politics, nobody has ever tried to woo women for votes? Some parties were booing Hindus, some parties were booing Muslims, some parties were booing Biharis, but women, no. Nobody incited one woman against another. Nobody said, oh, women from so-and-so state are superior to women from your state, so give us all your votes. They didn't even acknowledge our existence, forget our rights. Our regressive politicians, all they could have done is just acknowledge us as a vote bank, and we are a lucrative one, because we aren't even a minority. So, have you guys noticed that Facebook is very socially and politically correct? It has no dislike button. And so it's actually better than real life, because you can take back anything you said. All you have to do is delete your comment. Or you can change it later by editing. That makes it perfect for politicians and gossips, because you can say whatever you want. And if you compare it to real life, then there's no way you can stop a gossipy post from reaching your friends. But Facebook always asks you before posting it. So it actually saves face. My 18-year-old nephew asked me, what did you guys do before Facebook came around? I guess we just kept all the useless information to ourselves. I recently bought a smartphone, and I was in the middle of a dispute with a dealer. So I sent out a stinker of a message, and it reached my nutritionist instead. And now she wants to check my phone's hormone levels. I didn't know phones had hormones, but I'm most certain that my phone is a female, because it has an extra sensitive touchscreen. And when I push its buttons, it ends up sending the wrong messages. And sometimes it shuts off without warning, leaving me wondering what I did. And these days, she's hanging out with Android. I mean, some women end up with such clods. Look at Android, for God's sakes, he's green. And he could be mistaken for a salt and pepper shaker. I think my phone has self-esteem issues. But then it's slimmer than other phones, so that's certainly not the problem. But it's black. I think that's where the problem lies. But she doesn't mind if you think she's inferior to other phones. As long as you think she's slim, she's okay. Thanks, that's my stuff.
Bhatt.